Don't mind your business, mind my podcast, Mind Elixir. Hello, I'm Ayoka, and welcome to or back to my podcast, Mind Elixir. On this podcast, I talk about self love, all the ups and downs of high schools, and the struggles that we face as teens. And I am so glad that you're here today because this episode is all about self care. I know it's been a hot minute since I've recorded an episode, but either way, make sure to follow me on Instagram at mindelixir.podcast where I post updates, positive quotes, the books I'm reading, which I recently got a whole bunch of books from the library, and really whatever I feel like it. So you can find all my other socials and stuff like that, as well as Pinterest and YouTube, on the link tree and also my website as well, because I know I don't really use my website for much, but it's there if you want to look at it. So let's get into this. I know that a lot of people have their own fancy, smancy self care routine, doing this and that, like 10 step thing with the guasha. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but you know what I'm talking about. Doing this and that. But I just wanted to talk about a few of my daily practices and things that I try to incorporate into my life every day in order to just have some peace of mind and really just stay sane with everything that life throws at me. Because for me, self care is like a full body experience. And when I say that, I just mean that it involves your physical, external self, like taking care of your appearance, how you're looking, like, taking showers, stuff like that, as well as just your mind or your spirit, making sure that you're mentally well. And also, actually, speaking of being mentally well, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So, yeah, I just want to talk about that, and take a moment to acknowledge that. Um, I do have in my link tree the mental health resources as well. And I hope that this episode can kind of help people out with mental health. I'll also link any episodes where I've talked about mental health or any mental health resources in the episode description as well. And just remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to your mind. And yeah, but before we get into this episode, I wanted to talk about my week so far, a few things that have happened recently. Let's start off with near the end of April. So, something near the end of April that was kind of cool. Basically, at my school, I organized this event for Psi Alpha. And if you don't know, Psi Alpha is Psychology National Honor Society. And at my school, I am the vice president of it. So, I organized this event. And at this event, we had a guest speaker. We had some psychology themed games and like student presentations and a few other things as well. And it was really cool because organizing this event and just like being in charge of the committee, having to get volunteers for it from our other schools club, and networking and communicating, trying to get a guest speaker to talk, really just it like it kind of showed me that I have the ability to organize and do things because I've never done something like that before. And it made me feel empowered, if that makes sense. Like it kind of gave me a bit more confidence in myself because I'm like, wait. And it also helped me develop leadership because I'm like, okay, now I know that I can lead things like this, and I know that I can just, organize events and do stuff like that. And I would like to take that further next year and possibly do other stuff. So that was really cool. And also, these past 2 weeks, it's currently May 12th, Friday. I know, I love Fridays. Fridays make me so happy. But it's currently May 12th, Friday in the evening. And this is the last week of AP testing. I'm done with all my AP tests. I took 5 AP tests. So stressful, but I'm glad it's done. Glad it's over. We'll see our results in July. And I just can't believe that the end of school is coming so soon. And it's just like, I'm going to be a senior next year. And then it's off to college for me. And it's just so shocking, and I can't believe it. But for now, summer vacation is coming up soon. So I'm super excited for that. Anyway, I know that sometimes we can get preoccupied with the aesthetics of self care stuff And as much as I wish that I could do a 10-step facial, a laser treatment, do a warm, relaxing bath with oils and serums every single day, I know that's just not realistic. Like, girl, I'm a high school student. I don't have time to be doing dry brushing and completely like getting my nails done, manicure, pedicure every single day, you know? So these tips are for the down to earth girlies who still want to feel good about themselves, but just want to incorporate some self care into their day because we all know the importance of that. Also, at the end of this episode, I will be talking a bit about my own sort of, I guess, pamper routine, everything shower routine, because of course I do like to get a little bit extra whenever I have the time, pampering whenever I have the time for it. So, yeah. My first self care tip, or just tip for taking care of yourself, is to start your day without social media. So I know that sometimes social media, it can just be so overwhelming. You go onto social media, you're bombarded with a whole bunch of stuff. It's just like, oh my gosh, this person died. Oh my gosh, this shocking event happened. Oh my gosh, they're hanging out with their friends doing this, blah, 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 you know? And I think our mornings can really just sometimes set the tone for the rest of the day. So it's best to just start slow and then ease into the rush of whatever else is going on in the world. And adding on to this, I like to spend at least some amount of time throughout the day just not using my phone. Back a few weeks ago over spring break, I just realized that I've been spending more and more time on my phone and like not even really doing anything that I need to be doing. It was really just mindlessly scrolling on Instagram and Twitter. And I realized that I could be spending that time doing things that nourish my mind and actually make me feel better rather than just like doom scrolling, like mindlessly scrolling. And as well, I've recently just been trying to start my mornings off with something that can make me feel a bit more positive. Actually, my grandmother, she got me this daily go getting goal quote card set thing. Um, what was I going to say? Yeah, she got me this daily goal card set, and essentially it's just I like to read one of them in the morning, and it has these morning affirmations and quotes, like positive quotes, stuff like that. So those kind of make me feel better, and it gives me something to ponder as I go through my morning routine, as I'm brushing my teeth, whatnot, and all of that. I also have these YouTube videos saved that literally they just recite some positive affirmations aloud, and that's really nice as well. And another thing I like to do, I don't always listen to music because sometimes I'm like, I just want my mornings to be quiet. But I do sometimes like to listen to a playlist or just any random song that I'm feeling in the morning. This morning I listened to Cuff It by Beyonce. I completely forgot how much I love Beyonce, and like now after I'm done recording this, I'm gonna go listen to a bunch of Beyonce, probably make a summer playlist because the summer is coming up, like we talked about. We already know that. But yeah, just listen to a song that will put you in a good mood, that will have your energy set up high, that will have you ready for the day, energized for the day. And yeah, the next thing that I like to do, the next self-care practice is just any sort of gentle movement. I know that hot girl walks have been a thing. I've seen them talked about online, and I definitely think that any sort of movement is good to incorporate into your day, even if it's just a little bit. I like to have some sort of movement within my day, just every day, whether that's just doing a 10-minute workout when I wake up to energize me, kind of get me, get my body stretched out, get it ready for the day ahead. And I've actually really been consistent with my 10-minute workouts. It'll be like a 10-minute hit workout or a 10-minute Chloe Ting workout. And something to note, I'm not doing these workouts to like burn calories or anything. Really, honestly, I don't even believe that these workouts actually burn these workouts will say burn 500 calories in 10 minutes. I don't believe that at all. I'm just doing it because it makes me feel good or because it's fun, whatever combination of moves. If I find a workout that I like, I'll save it to my workout playlist so that I can just go to that in the morning and click on a video and do that 10-minute workout really quickly before school starts. And on the weekends, I try to do longer ones like 30 to 45 minutes just because there's more time. And recently at school, I'll walk around the halls before class starts, like in the 7 to 7:30, 7 to 7:20 20-minute time period before class starts whenever I get to school in the mornings. And while I'm doing that, I'll listen to an audiobook or I'll listen to a podcast. And that really just kind of it gives me a way to use my energy, if that makes sense. I just like doing that before the in the mornings before school. It just makes me feel good and is a really nice way to start your morning rather than just sitting in the hallways doing nothing, essentially, like scrolling on my phone. Like, what else would I be doing? Although sometimes this whole thing of walking around in school before class starts has been kind of problematic because it's like, girl, you need to be doing your homework. But now that the end of school is coming, I don't really have much homework, although some teachers have been trying to slide in a bit of homework and a bit of work and a few assignments, but let's not mind that. And also during lunch, we have a 40-minute lunch period. So during the first 20 minutes or first 15 minutes, I may do an assignment or work on some work or whatever it is that I have to do. And then in the last 20 minutes, I'll just literally just walk around outside of school, and it feels so nice. Like, I just love the sun. Now that the weather is warm, I'll just walk outside listening to my audiobook, listening to a podcast, and it's like I'm just transferred, whatever the word is. I'm just transported into this world, and it makes me so happy. Like, I love it. And it's like my daily little hot girl walks. And I also try to aim to get 6,000 steps during the week, but I don't have a step counter. So I'm literally just holding my phone as I'm walking. And I'm not always getting like all the steps because, obviously I'm not always holding my phone. But recently I've just been aiming for 6,000 steps. And that's been really nice. And yeah, I like that. And what else? Honestly, speaking of exercise and just getting exercise, getting in movement throughout your day, I cannot wait to get my driver's license so that I can actually go to the gym whenever I want to, because as of right now, I have to rely on my parents for transportation. Recently, I've been going to the gym on Saturday and Sunday morning. I tried out this cycle class, which was super fun. I did that last Sunday. And I think I want to do that again this week as well. And also there's this step plus abs class, which is basically like a class with little weights in your hand. And you do steps on the little stepping stool thingy. And yeah, I really like that. I'll also do the treadmill and some resistance training. And I should be getting my license soon, although I should have gotten it honestly like over spring break, like weeks ago. But we'll see. I will get my license, praying for that. And yeah, honestly, the whole goal of this is that your exercise or movement throughout the day doesn't have to be anything intense. Like, I have this hula hoop that I'll sometimes occasionally use, but as of right now, it's just rotting in the corner of my room. And yeah, whenever it gets to summer vacation, I do hope that I can go roller skating at the park or maybe at the rink. And yeah, the next thing that I'd suggest to just like keep with self-care in general is just staying organized and creating a consistent routine. Just having these habits that you can go back to and that just make you feel at home is essential, and it can really just prevent you from feeling overwhelmed, and it provides a way to help reset your mind, rather than just having like your clothes strewn all over your room. Maybe try to clean up once every Sunday, or just having your morning routine and waking up at a set time every day so that your body feels good and it knows like it can get into that rhythm, get into that routine. On school days, I usually wake up at 4:50 just so I have time to do other things. And then on the weekends, I've recently been kind of slacking at this, but on the weekends, I'll try to wake up around 7 to 8. And yeah, I also try to eat around the same times as well. Although obviously this is flexible because, things happen, life happens. You can't always stick to a precise, strict routine. So yeah, basically just creating a consistent routine that feels good for you and works for you and your lifestyle. And what's next? Oh, a non-negotiable for me is just washing my face every single morning and night. This is its own separate thing. Like just keeping your face nice. Like even if I don't take a shower, even if I don't take a bath, one thing I'm gonna do is wash my face every single morning, every single night. This just makes me feel cleaner. And everyone's, even if I'm not going out, I still wash my face in the mornings and night times. And I don't use any I don't have a fancy skincare routine. I literally just use like Equate products and CeraVe, however that's pronounced, and stuff like that. And I use in the mornings I use an SPF lotion that's like 15% as 15 SPF, and at night I use a night lotion, and also I use this serum, I believe, from The Ordinary sometimes if I feel like it. And I'll put on the acne products or acne cream sometimes if I feel like I'm needing that, or if I'm having a breakout or I spot one that's about to come up. The next thing that you have to do every day, that I try to do every day, is just eating fruits. Fruit makes life so much better. Personally, my faves are blueberries or apples. I love having those in my oatmeal. And speaking of oatmeal, I have like 10 million oatmeal combinations. I could talk about that forever. But yeah, I love having blueberries, apples, or I'll keep frozen fruits in the freezer. Or sometimes I'll just have fruit in a yogurt bowl or fruit as a snack. Fruit makes life so much sweeter. And also, another benefit is that fruit can provide some natural hydration. Obviously, make sure to still drink water. I used to never drink enough water, and honestly, I probably still don't now. But now that I drink a lot of tea, this has helped me to increase my water intake. And water is just good for like flushing out your system. I try to drink at least a cup of water in the morning before I eat anything. And if you struggle to drink enough water, I suggest adding maybe like lemon, or like me, drinking tea, because this can, like, adding a bit of flavor to water can give you more motivation or make you want to drink it more because it's like a bit of taste. I don't get people that say that water tastes bad, but sometimes water isn't always like the most appetizing, if that makes sense. Like you don't always reach for water, but then if it's flavored, you're like, ooh, flavored water. Yum, plain water versus flavored water. Although something to note is that I usually don't add sugar to my tea because just like me drinking tea 5 times a day, if I add sugar every single time, that would be like a lot of sugar, and I don't think that would just be like too much for me. So yeah, also something else, another way to increase your water intake is Topo Chico. It's like this carbonated water sort of beverage. And I know some people say like carbonated water causes bloating, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't drink it that often. But yeah, just having these water, not water alternatives, but adding a bit of flavor to water to help you try and get you to drink it more will really help you out. It'll help out your skin, help out your digestion, and it's just good overall. You don't want to walk around being dehydrated and thirsty. The next thing is to get your beauty rest. So I know that with school, this isn't always the easiest thing to do. Me personally, I usually go to bed around 11, and then like I said, I'll wake up around 4:45. So obviously that isn't that much sleep, but try to get at least 5 hours of sleep a night. And then on the weekends, I can get even more sleep. It's like 7 hours of sleep. So it's just good to get sleep every single day. try and set like a limit or amount or a specific amount of sleep for you to get throughout the day. And sometimes you just have to like put your foot down and say, okay, I need to go to sleep. I need to stop with this procrastination. Like I'm getting nothing out of staying up until 2 a.m. Like what's the benefit in that? Nothing. Let me just go to bed. And because when you go to bed at a reasonable time, you'll wake up in the morning feeling better. And me personally, I don't like to wake up super late because I feel like I've wasted a lot of time or that my day is wasted. But do what works for you. Try to get some rest throughout the day, maybe taking a power nap. I don't know, but yeah. And another portion of self-care is just spending a little bit of time each day doing something that you enjoy. So this can be reading a book. Like I said before, I love to read. I'm not the fastest reader. I'm not one of those people that can read like one book in one sitting. Like that's just not me. But I do still love to read fantasy books, especially currently reading Legendborn. Well, I guess you could say I'm currently listening to Legendborn and currently reading A Far Wilder Magic. I think I'll probably be posting about those books on my Instagram as well. And something else, maybe another thing that you like to do, but I like to do this, is planning outfit ideas. So with the summer coming, I've been so excited and I've been like looking at clothes online and just planning outfits on Pinterest and I'm planning to go to the thrift store soon as well so that I can get some new outfits. And yeah, just like a wardrobe revamping or just utilizing the pieces that I already have to create outfits and plan out things that I'd like to do. So that's been really fun. And I also started crocheting this floral coaster, like a flower shaped coaster. And that was nice. It was frustrating though. So I haven't finished it, but hopefully I can actually finish that if I can, figure out the instructions on the YouTube video, because these crochet YouTube videos be so confusing. Like they'll say half double crochet, crochet this, do that. And it's just so confusing. I don't understand what's going on. The next thing is to journal and or maybe even if you're not journaling, but reflecting on your day at the end of each day. Maybe a mistake you made, maybe something that went well, something that you appreciate. This can be maybe praying. Like you can pray and acknowledge things that happen throughout your day, or you can do a journal prompt and maybe write like a letter to your future self, planning what you're going to do tomorrow, the next day, just setting your intentions for the day, reflecting oh my goodness, reflecting on what's happened throughout the day can really help you. And it's just something that I think is essential for the mental part of self-care and spiritual as well. And just showing gratitude and just being able to take some quiet time, some time away from like the hustle and bustle of the day, because I know sometimes it can be so busy and you just need a bit of time to quiet your mind. And finally, taking an everything shower. This one obviously isn't a daily thing, but I just wanted to talk about my sort of everything shower routine. And if you don't know, an everything shower is literally just when you go all out and you do your favorite self-care things, use your favorite products in the shower or in the bath, and just have this whole sort of pamper routine. And first of all, having warm water. So in the shower, in the bath, I'll fill it up with hot, not even warm. I said warm, but really, I love to use hot water. I'm one of those people. If the water isn't scalding hot, then like, is it even getting you clean? Like, is it even for real? Is it even for real? My voice went really high there for a second. But yeah, you can use cold water if you want to. I know some people are like, cold water is good for your metabolism. It's good for that. Yeah, no, thank you. I don't like to be shivering. So I'll stick with my hot water. And I like to use a washcloth as well as this African net sort of thing. It really helps with exfoliation. I use that on my back and legs especially. It's really just this net, or you can use a loofah. Loofahs kind of make me itchy, so I don't use those. And personally, I don't shave, but if I do, I just like shave my stomach because I've been wearing crop tops and it's summer. So, yeah. And what else? I also like to use these foot scrubbers, which TMI, I get like the worst calluses on my feet. I remember one time someone saw my feet and they asked if I was a ballet dancer, which, some people might take that as a compliment, but like that's not necessarily a compliment in the fact that ballet dancers, their feet are all like roughed up from, dancing, being on points and doing all of that sort of stuff. But yeah, so I like to use this stone, like this kind of rough stone scrubber on my feet, and then I put a thick lotion on them to keep them moisturized and try to get those calluses soft and just like, not as rough around the edges and all of that. A face mask that I also love is the Aztec clay mask. This kind of makes your skin, it feels like it's sucking the impurities out of your skin, because whenever it dries, it just gets all scratchy. But then you take it off and it's like, ooh, my skin is soft. It feels so smooth and it feels so nice. I also recently got a bunch of face masks, so you bet I'm gonna be using those and enjoying those. And to moisturize my skin, I love using cocoa butter. Really, it smells good. It's simple. It's moisturizing. Like, it does what it's supposed to do. It gets the job done. I use cocoa butter all over my body. And for deodorants, so I use the Old Spice, but coffee, vanilla. I don't know. I don't even know what like flavor scent version of Old Spice it is. And I know some people say Old Spice, well, technically Old Spice is marketed towards men, but it's deodorant. Like, who cares? And something I do want to say about deodorant though is to make sure that you're using an aluminum free deodorant. Like, girls, it is 2023. If you're still using deodorant with aluminum, you should definitely switch over, like just make the switch over, because aluminum, like, it clogs your pores and it really isn't good for you long term. And yeah, I also love to use bath bombs if I have time for that too, in the shower or in the bath. And Epsom salts as well. I really don't know what the benefits of using Epsom salt are, but if I like to dissolve that whenever I take a bath, I dissolve that in there. And a few more self-care tips to note is that, like, I love to bring just these mini lotions everywhere with me and use Vaseline on my lips. I also have like a mini Vaseline that I carry with me as well. And I always spritz perfume on me in the mornings. My favorite is this Ariana Grande perfume. I know I feel like I talked about that a lot, but it's this pink Ariana Grande perfume and it smells so good. It's like sweet, and I love smelling sweet and like vanilla, coffee, all of that. I love those sort of scents with like hints of floral. And I also have this Victoria's Secret perfume that someone gave me as a gift a while ago. It's okay. And okay, something that's an underrated self-care sort of thing is shaping your nails. So I usually grow out my nails kind of long, and I don't really like shape them. Like, I kind of just cut them. But then a few weeks ago, well, not even a few weeks ago, it was like last week. What am I talking about? Last week, my mom, like, gave her the file and I was like, okay, mom, can you help me shape my nails? And she did it, and it just makes the biggest difference. It makes your nails look so much better. And obviously, if you're keeping your nails on the longer side, it's not like mine are super long, but if you're keeping them longer than just like, blunt tips, you want to have them shaped. and make sure to clean under them. I always make sure to clean under them whenever I'm in the shower, just so that they're not like dirty, looking like a rat nails. We do not want that. That's not cute. But really, what I'm saying is shaping your nails, cleaning them makes the biggest difference. So make sure to do that. And hair, I haven't talked about hair whenever it comes to self-care yet, but protective styles, if you're a curly, kinky, coily girl like me, protective styles will literally save you so much time during the week. And I love them. Currently, I have my hair in box braids with some wavy ends, and I'm going to take it out after today, actually. Yeah. But yeah, just having protective styles makes your hair so much easier to manage during the week. As well, it helps with growth and just preventing breakage because you have it in this style. You're not manipulating it too much. And yeah, we love that. I have a Pinterest board on hairstyles. You should totally go check it out. And yeah, that is pretty much it for today's episode. I hope that you have been able to take something from this, maybe like level up your self-care routine, or now you know a few practices to incorporate into your daily life to just, take better care of yourself, your mental, physical, spiritual well-being, and all of that. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to leave a review on Apple Podcast or Spotify. That is 100% necessary. And yeah, make sure to follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, all the socials. Check out my website, do all of that. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.